Right. This is the video about, how do I do this? I was thinking while I was walking around Glastonbury about how it's such a different experience for absolutely everyone. It's like nothing else I've ever been to. Anyway, I'm back home now, I'm back in Oz, got over COVID, and I thought, upon reflection, it would be a good idea to do the top 5 things that make Glastonbury the best festival in the world video. There will also be a counterpart of the top 5 worst things about Glastonbury. But let's do this one first before everyone gets pissy with me. In at number 1. Compared to other music festivals, with Glastonbury, there's no arena. And what I mean by that is, once you go in the gate, past the ticket booth, and you get your wristband, you're in. That's it. There's one big 8-mile perimeter around the whole thing, and once you're in, which is great for many, many reasons, mainly because you can take your booze anywhere, literally anywhere. If you're going for your morning wee, take your beer with you. If you're going to see a little folk band, take your beer with you. If you're raving till 5 a.m. and you're going to see a plethora of like DJs and all sorts of weird things into the middle of the night, take your beer with you. Absolutely brilliant. Pyramid stage, have a tinny. You want to get like your glasses out and have a Prosecco, nothing stopping you doing it. Something I wish I knew going into it a little bit more. Someone had told me that. I was being lazy because I don't want to carry a lot of booze in with me. And also keeping it cold is always a fun festival challenge. But I think it's absolutely amazing that you don't have to rely on the bar when you're enjoying your favourite band. So number 1 on the What Makes Glastonbury Amazing list, no arena. Number 2 is everything, everywhere, all at once. What do I mean by this? Really, I just wanted to take the line from the movie because I thought it was kind of fun. It's like someone decided to take all of the best music from the past year, be that bands, be that rappers, be that DJs, as well as some of the all-time best musicians ever, be that Diana Ross or Paul McCartney, as well as some of the best sound engineers and stage designers, and they put them all in one place for the weekend. That's kind of the best way. And I know that's kind of what a music festival does, but no one does it like Glastonbury. What's specifically interesting about Glastonbury over other festivals is that it really feels like maybe 5 or 6, Block 9, Cabaret, Main Stage, Second Main, Park, Shangri-La, let's say 6 festivals. It's really like 6 festivals all at the same time. And what I'm listing there when I'm talking about Shangri-La and Block 9, each of those, like Shangri-La is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stages and a nightclub. Like in itself, that's as much as Reading Festival. Now they're much smaller, of course, but they go on for just as long. They go on through the night, in some cases. Shangri-La, Block 9, they go on through the night, and they have multiple stages and proper artists playing on them. Fatboy Slim played the Gas Tower, Beans on Toast played the Truth stage, Special Request was playing at Platform 93 or whatever it's called. They had the small carousel takeover in a pub, basically a pop-up pub. It's like proper artists are playing each of these stages. And on top of that, you then have not just a bar where you go and buy booze, but it's a bar that has a DJ, like a nightclub, pops up. It's insane. Or the world's best gay club just happens to be there. You want to go see some weird shit, you can go off to a different place and go see some weird shit. It's a little bit of everything, everywhere, all at once.
It's like too many sweets, too much stuff all in one go. It's like, here's everything happening in music this year, really fast.
Number 3, this is probably the most wankiest thing that is ever going to come out of my mouth. That's not the most wankiest thing. Lots of wanky things come out of my mouth. But everything is art. All of the stages are art. They're not just there from a utilitarian perspective of branding the festival and getting you good audio. Everything is beautiful. The Truth stage, for example, in Shangri-La, which I was talking about a second ago, is a series of incredibly amazing, politically comedic posters. I've got a few here, you can have a look at them. In Block 9, there was this giant sculpture of a human head with like a VR visor on its side. And when I say like a giant, I mean like it was 30-40 feet tall, all with different projections on it, making it look like a giant LED screen. And it has this incredible feeling of stage first, audio second, experience is the most important thing. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing better than a shit basement pub with a punk band, and that's all you need to put on a show. But what Glastonbury have done, have gone, what do we do to make this the best experience that a human can have watching something? And I think that rings most true with the Pyramid stage being probably the most iconic stage in the world. I'm up for debate there, but I think the Pyramid stage is probably the most iconic stage, other than the Colosseum, maybe. When you go and see the Park stage, it's full of different posters. When you go into Block 9, you obviously see this giant head, which is incredible. But you also then go and see this amazing makeshift abandoned Detroit building, which is like some burlesque club. They build all of these incredible sets just for one weekend, and they're beautiful. All of the bins are painted. Everything is art, and everything is so clean. Apparently 99% of tents go home, and like, there's no shit around the campsite. It's delightful. Every so often you might find a can, but apart from that, and someone will probably pick that up and clean it up for someone else. Like, it is spotless. I'm very impressed. Number 4 is a bit of a weird one, but it's run by hippies, and that just gives this incredible sense of love and comfort and fun. There's no pressure to do anything other than to be yourself. Everyone is all about the good vibes. It's also going to be a point in the features on my next one as well. But because it's all run by hippies, there's no judgment. Everyone runs at their own time, and that in itself is a really beautiful thing. It's a very relaxing environment. Also, one thing that I love that comes from having a lot of hippies around is that I actually felt very young for the first time at a music festival in a very long time. It didn't feel like there were a lot of people that were younger than me, other than obviously the children that were there, of which there were loads. But that comes with the hippies, right? Hippies sent their kids to Glastonbury, and there were a lot of kids. But equally, there were people in their 80s, no question. There were a lot of people at that festival. Hippies made that festival very, very unique. And my final thing, the final thing about going to Glastonbury, it's a bit of a weird thing to say, but it's so iconic. Glastonbury is one of the oldest music festivals in the world, like of its size and of its stature. People come from all around the world to attend. People come from all around the world to play. They do so much for charity, and it's all done without any real corporate sponsorship. There's some corporate collaboration, of course, in like with people like The Guardian, for example, and the BBC obviously do help with the broadcasting. You get big connections with some very big charities: WaterAid, Greenpeace, Oxfam, the big three that they look after. But the iconic stature of just being in this place, which people have been coming together for 50 years to attend for a gathering of freedom. That's not my term, that's what Zelensky said.
That is why I turn to you for support. Glastonbury is the greatest concentration of freedom these days.
It's just, yeah, I mean, there was a point where I was sat down watching, I think, Lord on the Pyramid stage, and I was just thinking, holy fucking shit, I am watching such a great artist here, and a true artist. I don't need to get into how much I love Lord.
I am Lord, yeah, yeah, yeah.
On the Pyramid stage. You know? You go to Stonehenge and you're like, wow, this is amazing. They built this, I don't know, whenever it was, 10,000 years ago. You go to Machu Picchu and you're like, holy shit, this is incredible. You go to Rio de Janeiro and you look at Christ Redeemer and you're like, wow, that is just so iconic. You go and see Big Ben and you're like, holy shit, that's amazing. Sydney Opera House. There are these things that we do and see in this world are just so iconic. And for me, going and seeing the Pyramid stage and watching some of my favorite artists was one of those. Kendrick Lamar, like, oh my God, just did it for me. But there's specifically something about attending the entire festival that I can now say I've done it, and I understand where everything is, and it's just iconic. Those are my 5 things. The last one's a bit weird. It is, I think, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you think that makes sense? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Is there something that you love about this festival that I've missed? I'm still a little bit in awe. I have to say, a week on, there's plenty I didn't like about it. Don't get me wrong. It ain't the perfect festival, but it doesn't need to be. It's not trying to be. And I think that's part of its charm, and probably its popularity as well. I'm so glad that I got to attend, and it was such an experience. I would love to know what your favourite thing is about Glastonbury in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.